Wow, I'm so glad I read this again. This is such a fun book. Do you remember this book from last week, Pickles to Pittsburgh? Well, I thought it would be fun, since we're talking about food and it really made me hungry, to do a video on how to make a sandwich. Sandwiches are yummy, aren't they? And they're great to take to school because honestly, I mean, what else can you pack that you don't have to reheat up? Sandwiches come in all different ways. I mean, you got it on bread, you got it on bagels, you got it on rolls, like I have. You just need 2 slices. If it's a roll, you just cut it in half and you have your 2 slices, or 2 slices of bread, or 2 halves of a bagel, and then you're ready to go. It could be a ham and Swiss, it could be a turkey on rye, or it could be tuna, or I don't know about you, but my favorite, peanut butter and jelly. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to teach those of you that are a little shaky with it or still are unsure of how to spread. I know my kids, when they were a little younger, whether it was butter or cream cheese, they would just take glops and put it on. Like a lot of glops, you gotta smear it, you gotta spread it, right? So I can show you how to do that. It's really simple. And once you get the hang of it, no need to, worry about it in the future. It could be for the mustard, for the mayo, in our case, for both the peanut butter and the jelly. If you can't use peanut butter, of course you could use sun butter or almond butter. Maybe you're making tuna and cheese. It could be for any type of sandwich you want. Let's get going. Now, I turned the camera around so you can really get a bird's eye view. And if you're too little to be using a knife, you can practice with a popsicle stick. All right, I'm going to start with my jelly. First, I'm going to get a little glob of this on my bread, and I'm going to push it down. Now I'm going to use my knife on an angle, not flat, not straight like I'm going to cut, but on an angle, okay? And I'm going to lightly kind of put my knife on it and then smear it. Put my knife on it and spread. Put my knife and spread. I'm being very gentle. Now, if you have butter, I know a lot of us have issues with that. And you need to make sure your butter is softened. Otherwise, it's not going to spread and all it's going to do is rip your bread, and you don't want that. Okay, so there we go. Now, I'm going to wipe off the jelly, and next I'm going to go for the peanut butter. I'm always going to make sure I recap my food so it doesn't go bad. I did bring another knife for the peanut butter. So I'm going to scoop out some. Now, I'm not going to just leave it as a blob. Oops. That's what my kids would have done. Get some more out. Now, I'm going to put my knife on an angle and spread. Put my knife on an angle, spread. It's kind of like I'm dragging it through the mud, but in this case it's peanut butter. See? There we go. It's on an angle. And I spread. Then when I'm done, take the top half, put it on top of the bottom half. I have extra, so I'm going to put that back in the jar, just like that. Close up my jar, and I'm ready to go. There's my sandwich. Easy peasy. I'm sorry if you're hearing a buzzing sound. There's a lot of people mowing their lawns and doing some weeding. It's a gorgeous day out here, and I hope you are outside enjoying the weather. Well, this is the best part of making the sandwich, taking a bite, right? We all love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Or what kind of sandwich did you make? Oh, okay, you made a salami and cheese. Did you spread the mustard or the mayo? You did. Good for you. And practice makes permanent. So the more you practice this, the easier it gets. And you can practice this with your Play-Doh, with shaving cream and a popsicle stick, right? And that way, the more you practice, the better you'll get. So, time to enjoy what we just made. Well, I will see you next week for a read aloud here at Kids Stories and More. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.